Hey, this is Dave with Wearing Media, and today in the outdoor kitchen we're making some bar food. Beer battered onion rings, fried mushrooms, and a delicious dipping sauce to go along with it. Hey there, it's Dave with Wearing Media, wearingmedia.com. Thank you to everybody that's liked and subscribed for any of the videos that I've done before. I can't do any of these without you, and I appreciate you. Alright, today we're going to make some bar food sides. We got a Guinness, got some mushrooms, some onions, some leftover onions. Well, a leftover onion. We're going to cut this bad boy in half, and I'll remove the outer skin. And we're going to make some beer battered onion rings. And we'll fry these mushrooms up. And it's going to be delicious. I'm going to pull the middle parts out and throw that away. And then I will also get rid of this outer part that's really yellow. And you just want white onions. I guess the red ones would work if you were in a pinch, but if you're buying them for this particular project, buy white onions. So for this, we've got a cup and a half of flour. I've got a tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm going to do a tablespoon of salt. I'm going to do a tablespoon of pepper. Salt and pepper. I don't even remember any salt and pepper songs. It's been so long. Somebody help me out. What are some good salt and pepper songs? We got about a teaspoon of garlic. We got a tablespoon of paprika. I'm sorry, a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. I don't even know what a tablespoon is, do you? A teaspoon of paprika. I'm gonna mix that up, and then I'm gonna crack this egg. And then I'm gonna mix that up. Put the eggshell in my compost pile. And I'm gonna make a mess too. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. So when you're adding this beer, I'm gonna add a pretty decent amount first. That's about half the beer. And I had to take a sip because Guinness is delicious. And the type of beer that you add will add flavor, but more than anything, it will set up the color. If you want a nice golden color, don't use a dark brown beer like Guinness. Use like a lager, or I guess you could use a wheat beer if you're into that sort of thing. Maybe you could use a Pilsner. It's not my jam, but if you're into that sort of thing. And I'm going to add the rest of this beer. You can add as little or as much as you want. This was a 12-ounce beer. And when I say you can add as little or as much as you want, I mean at a time. Eventually, you're going to put the whole thing in. I'm just adding it in layers. So now that's looking pretty good. You're looking for this exact consistency right here. Not quite a liquid, not quite a solid. We're gonna call this a squillid. A solic? What should we call this? Anyways, that's what you want your batter to look like. No, I'm not doing mushrooms first. I'm not doing onions first. I'm gonna do my mushrooms first. And they don't take very long to cook, because the difference between these and a chicken is that these, you don't have to cook the insides as much. They're quick. They take about 3 minutes each. Get a little smoke in my face too. You may see some smoke. We're doing a bunch of videos today, and I've got the smoke rolling for some sun-dried tomatoes, and I'm doing pulled pork. Finally gonna do a pulled pork video. It's not that difficult, and there's a billion of them out there, but I figured I'll add mine in too. So here's our mushrooms, just dipping them in, and then I'm throwing them in our grease, our oil. Our oil is, we use canola here, and that is because of food allergies. And it doesn't add a ton of flavor to the food, it just cooks it in the oil. And it's cheap, and it's 350 degrees right now. So preheat your oil, dip your mushrooms or onions into the batter, and throw them in there. Now this would also make a very, very delicious fish and chips batter. This would make a very, very delicious chicken batter. If you wanted something, you know how Chili's has the chicken crispers? That's basically what this would be. And if you wanted to do fish, or if you wanted to do chicken, for fish you would want like a nice cod. For chicken you would want just chicken breast. If you wanted to do that, you would fry those for 6 minutes. So I'm just turning my mushrooms here. I wash my hands real quick. I'm out of gloves. Gloves are a hot commodity around town right about now. And other people need them more than me. So I'm just gonna go inside to wash my hands. It's been about 3 minutes. These bad boys are done. I'm gonna get my onion rings going, and I'm gonna set a timer. Go. We're just looking for about 3 minutes on this. People have asked me in the past, hey, I have coated my onion rings in flour, and the flour is not sticking, and all it is just a fried onion. And to them, I have answered, well, did you do a beer batter? And obviously, they said no, because they haven't cooked onion rings yet. So, other people have asked me, hey Dave, does it need to be beer? And I have answered no. You can use water if you're not into beer. You can use non-alcoholic beer. Not that it'll make too much of a difference because you're cooking it down. You can use a seltzer water. You can use a soda, I guess, if that's what you're into. Might be a little more sweet. You can use kind of almost any liquid. I wouldn't use a lemon juice or any juice. Let's stick to like water, beer, seltzer water. Stick to those three. Experiment a little bit. Have fun. I'm gonna clean off my cutting board for a nice presentation here. And while I cleaned off my cutting board, I also salt and peppered these mushrooms. Now that they're cool enough to handle, I'm going to pour them out and let you see what they look like. And it's also been about 3 minutes on our onion rings, so I'm going to pull those. Again, if you were doing chicken or fish, do it 6 minutes. But these are onion rings and mushrooms, and the insides don't need to be cooked as long. So I'm gonna pull those off. I'm gonna add some salt and some pepper while it's still hot. Mix it all up. And I'm gonna let them cool. Clear this off. And while I have the wearing media phone in my hands, let's give you a close-up of what these look like. Oh man, delicious. Let me see if I can grab it. Nope, that's too hot. Too hot. That was too hot. I shouldn't have picked that up. Let that be a warning to everybody. Let them cool off before you handle them. Alright, so let me slice open this mushroom, show you what the inside looks like. Got just a beautiful golden batter. And again, the color of your liquid is going to dictate the color of your finished product. See that steam coming off of there. We got our onion ring. We got our mushrooms. And these are looking good. Let's slice this guy in half for you too. Yes. Fried mushrooms, beer battered onion rings. Let me get my wife. We're gonna try some of these bad boys. What's this? What's this sauce you got, baby? It tastes good. Should we make some more of this sauce? She got a sauce. Hey, we're gonna make some more of this sauce. My wife just brought out like a little dipping sauce. Let's go. It's like tastes just like the stuff you get at Outback. All right, so I've got lemon juice, I've got cayenne pepper, I've got sugar, and I've got a half a cup of mayo, 1.5 teaspoons of ketchup, and 1.5 teaspoons of horseradish, already ready to go in this bowl. So I'm gonna add in my 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, my 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and my 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. And we're gonna mix all this stuff up, and we're gonna make more of a mess. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. All right, grab my presentation bowl. Make this look nice, clean everything up. Got a spatula too. Whenever you're dealing with sauces, you gotta get a spatula, man. Got to use a spatula. All right, I'm gonna take this bowl and I'm gonna pour it into our presentation bowl. And I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna get you some shots. And then I'm gonna eat some of this stuff. So thanks for hanging out with me today. It was a quick one, but an easy one. Not everything you do has to be elaborate. This one should be quick, easy. Gonna taste good. Clean up my bowl here for presentation. And then I will get you some more close-ups. And then we will eat all of this. There you have it, everyone. Beer battered onion rings, fried mushrooms. Cooked a few more off camera. Add some more of those over here. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Eat well at home and stay safe. Spin it around for some thumbnails. Clean it all up. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and eat well at home.